Hi, and welcome to another video about the Targeted Individual Program. In this video, I will be discussing what many targets, including myself, call the investigation. It is when the target are made to believe that they are being investigated by law enforcement for whatever reason. Now, there have been targeted individuals who have claimed of this ongoing investigation for the past 10 plus years. Now, during my research on COINTELPRO, what I found was that the FBI would use these same tactics to blackmail and manipulate individuals into doing what they wanted them to do. If they were in the political arena, they would blackmail them into giving up their political dream. If they were activists, they were blackmailed into keeping them silent. Now, this is all being done through manipulation. And you see, the thing is with manipulation is that when you're being manipulated, if you're not aware of the tactics, you would know. So they can easily put you in a situation where they can have someone commit a crime, and because you're with that person, you will be held accountable for that crime. Now, my targeting that involved law enforcement, what they have done is made me believe that I was being investigated. Now, this has been going on for over 10 years. Well, if you are investigating me, you know my name, where I live. You know everything about me because you have profiled me. Why haven't you showed up at my door? When I was working, why didn't you come to my place of employment? This type of investigation that the targets believe they're in is a false investigation. You see, in this program, before you realize that you are targeted, and they will let you know when you realize you are targeted, you and I have been manipulated psychologically and emotionally. So if you, as a target, feel that you have done something wrong, and therefore this is the reason why you're targeted, I ask you to stop that thinking. Realize that the reason you are in this program is because someone fear you for whatever reason. Someone is intimidated by you for whatever reason. And that is their issue. Now, they have manipulated you. They have brainwashed you without your consent. They have made you to think and act in a negative manner so that if and when you commit a negative act, they will use that as a bargaining tool for when they are experimenting with you to keep you quiet. Well, I say to them and to you, don't be quiet. Speak up for your rights, your constitutional rights, your civil rights, and your human rights. There is something called the Nuremberg Code, which states that no country can commit these acts against an individual without their consent. And the people who are doing this to you and I have broken that code. They are criminals, and you need to think as them as criminals. You're not experimenting on them. They are experimenting on you. These types of secret programs are used against many people for many different reasons. So when you realize and think that you're being investigated for whatever reason, if you go to the police precinct, as I did, and ask about whatever investigation, the first thing they tell you is to get a psych evaluation. Now, why is that? Because if you are being investigated and you went to the police precinct, then someone would have spoken to you about it. And if you were being investigated, why tell you about it? Why? So you have to think in that manner as a targeted individual to get rid of that intimidation feeling, that fear that they have tried to put in you or put in you because they want to control you. Let them know that you cannot be controlled. You are a human being. You have your own mind. And they should respect that. And speak out against anyone or any government entity that is abusing its power, that is subjugating its citizens to illegal experiments. I ask you as targeted individual to take a stand and speak up. Do not let them silence you. Even if they label you as crazy, that is okay. Because you know the truth. And that is the only way that they can hide these crimes, is by labeling you as such.